I was standing in my kitchen, phone buzzing on the counter, when I learned something simple. Silence can be louder than shouting. The text was short, casual, cruel in its efficiency. We signed the house over to your sister. She needs stability. Can you keep paying the mortgage like before? I didn't breathe. I didn't blink. I typed back, asked the owner. Then I set the phone face down and waited for the world to catch up. It always does. I loved that house the way you love something you earn inch by inch. 8 years of payments. Every bill. A new roof. Rewiring. Covering gaps when my parents' retirement checks came up thin. My sister floated in and out, always finding herself, always deserving grace. I was the constant, the solution, the quiet one. They said the house was an investment. They said my name didn't need to be on paper because family. I believed them because belief is cheaper than suspicion. Until it isn't. The shift started small. A deed I couldn't access online. A contractor asking why the new owner wanted changes. My mother's smiles too polished to be natural. My sister stopped calling. Patterns are loud when you finally listen. I didn't confront them. I never do. I catalog. I confirm. I wait. The proof arrived in a group text I wasn't meant to see. My sister thanking them for making it official. Attached, a photo of keys on a marble counter. New locks. New paint. My work rebranded. My name erased. My chest tightened then steadied. Heartbreak has a temperature. Mine cooled fast. I stopped paying that day. No announcement. No drama. I rerouted the money into escrow and called a real estate attorney. Quietly. Efficiently. I pulled bank records, invoices, permits, every receipt tied to that address. 8 years. A paper trail so clean it felt surgical. I learned the deed had been transferred without notifying the mortgage holder. I learned my parents signed a warranty deed they didn't fully own. I learned the loan was still in my name because the bank approved me, not sentiment. Planning felt like oxygen. Step 1. Notify the bank with documentation, not anger. Step 2. File notice of equitable interest based on contribution and fraud. Step 3. Let the clock tick. 2 days later, the lawyer called. His voice cracked like a man reading the wrong script. We need to discuss a misunderstanding. I let him talk. Silence makes people confess. He explained the exposure, the acceleration clause, the risk of foreclosure, the invalid transfer. Then he asked carefully what I wanted. I wanted the truth to land. We met in a glass office that smelled like money and fear. My parents sat rigid. My sister wouldn't meet my eyes. I laid the file on the table. Receipts fanned out like evidence cards, dates, amounts, my name again and again. I paid, I said calm. You signed illegally. My mother reached for my hand. I didn't let her. My father stared at the table like it had betrayed him too. My sister finally looked up, confidence clinging to her mouth. You'd really do this to family? I smiled, not wide. Just enough. You already did it to me. The lawyer cleared his throat. Options followed. None of them favored the story they'd told themselves. Retitle the house with my ownership recognized. Or call the loan. Or pursue recovery for unjust enrichment. Quiet options. Loud consequences. My sister snapped, sharp and desperate. You took my place. I met her eyes. No. I took mine back. They signed. Fear is persuasive. The house went into a trust, with me as managing trustee. The mortgage resumed on my terms. Rent set at market rate. Late fees enforced. Boundaries finally in ink. Weeks later, I walked through the house alone. Sunlight hit the floors I refinished. The walls held steady. Ownership isn't possession. It's responsibility with receipts. I didn't feel triumphant. I felt aligned. I didn't block their numbers. I just stopped answering. The panic faded into compliance. The lawyer stopped calling. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's quiet math. Patience sharpened into resolve. Knowing when to speak and when to let paperwork do it for you. I stood in the doorway, keys cool in my palm, and understood something clean and final. Betrayal doesn't break you. It reveals where you were already standing. I locked the door behind me, and for the first time the silence sounded like peace.